Good evening and welcome to this week's Tech News Roundup. NVIDIA dropped an open model pushing 300 tokens per second, 5 times faster than the competition. OpenAI turned its Codex coding tool into a full SaaS replacement inside a $20 subscription. Meta admitted a breach that compromised 20,000 Instagram accounts through its own AI chatbot, and it took 6 weeks to notice. Bots officially became the majority of web traffic for the first time in recorded history. Google is paying SpaceX $920 million a month for GPU access. And Chrome shipped WebMCP, a new standard that could make half the internet invisible to AI agents within 6 months. NVIDIA dropped an open model called Nemotron 3 Ultra last week, and benchmark scores are almost beside the point. It runs 550 billion parameters total, activates 55 billion at a time through mixture of experts, and pushes 300 tokens per second on OpenRouter, roughly 5 times faster than comparable models from GLM and Kimi in head-to-head tests. The whole stack is free under the Linux Foundation's OpenMDW license. No gatekeepers. For production agents, speed is the feature. OpenAI turned Codex into something that makes your SaaS stack look expensive. 5 million people use it weekly, and the fastest-growing segment isn't engineers, it's non-technical users adopting 3 times faster. Released June 2, Codex now builds live web apps from a single English sentence, bundles 62 business apps and 110 automated skills across 6 role-specific plugins, all inside ChatGPT Plus for $20 a month. A workflow that used to cost $5,000 and 6 weeks of developer time now runs in minutes. Meta disclosed this week that 20,225 Instagram accounts were compromised through their AI support chatbot. Hackers simply asked the bot to change the account's recovery email and it complied. The breach started April 17 and went undetected for 6 weeks before Meta caught it May 31. This happened on a $1.5 trillion company's watch. If you're running AI tools that modify account credentials, this isn't theoretical, it's a loaded gun. For the first time in recorded internet history, bots officially became the majority of web traffic. Cloudflare measured 57.5% bot HTTP requests versus 42.5% human on June 3, 2026. Their CEO predicted this crossover wouldn't hit until late 2027, so he was off by 6 months. If you're running a small business site, the analytics you've been staring at are mostly machines that don't buy, don't click, and don't fill out forms. Your actual human count is probably half what your dashboard shows. Google agreed to pay SpaceX $920 million every month for access to roughly 110,000 NVIDIA GPUs through mid-2029, totaling about $30 billion if the contract runs full term. They called it bridge capacity while they expand their own data centers, which means even Google cannot build fast enough to meet demand. Anthropic signed a separate deal for $1.25 billion per month covering 325,000 GPUs. Between these two contracts, SpaceX is collecting over $26 billion a year in GPU rent. Your AI API costs are going up. This is the pricing signal. Chrome 149 shipped WebMCP last week, a browser standard from Google and Microsoft that turns websites into structured APIs for AI agents. 0% adoption so far, but Lighthouse is already grading it, and Expedia, Shopify, Booking.com, and Target are in early preview. The traditional approach, screenshot, scrape, simulate clicks, breaks every time you move a button. WebMCP cuts task completion from 15 seconds to under 2 and reduces token costs by 89%. This is the 2012 moment for responsive design. Early movers own the agent-ready web by 2027. If you don't implement it, AI agents will simply ignore your site. That's the roundup for the week of June 9. Google paying SpaceX nearly $1 billion a month for GPUs tells you everything about where AI demand really stands, and your API bill is next on the list. Chrome shipping WebMCP means your website has about 6 months before AI agents start ignoring it. Stay ahead of the curve. I'll see you next week.